I'll never know what it's like to be 7 feet tall, but the height that helps Solomon play basketball isn't always an advantage off the court. With a strong season underway, Drew Kittleson is ready to leave the boys behind for the weekend and join the men in the Masters at Augusta. During home games, you'll find plenty of animals right here. Kim may be far from the beaches of Jamaica and other comforts of home. The biggest question facing the coaching staff now is who will play behind the plate. Florida State will trade in their garnet and gold for pink. Florida State's big man on campus is back on the court. Solomon Alabi, FSU's 7'1" center, was forced to the bench last season with a stress fracture. This year, he's healthy and using his height to help the men's basketball team gain defensive power.
It's always good, with your pressing, and if you're full court pressing, or if you're playing zone defense, to have the big hand in the back to cover up for some of the mistakes you make.
Solomon has shown he can provide the big hand FSU needs. Coach Hamilton also likes Alabi's attitude.
Well, he has such a competitive spirit. He's hungry for knowledge. He's like a sponge. He's a coachable youngster that is eager just to contribute.
Even at over 7 feet tall, it's easy to fit in on a basketball court. Off the hardwood, it's another story. Solomon usually orders his clothes and size 18 shoes online. Fortunately, getting team gear isn't an issue.
He really isn't a problem because Nike has done such a great job with their research and development and feedback from other equipment people that their basketball line is actually completely different from any other line they do. I know for us normal sized people, Solomon is really big, but in the world of basketball, it's not unusual to have 7-foot players anymore.
I'll never know what it's like to be 7 feet tall, but the height that helps Solomon play basketball isn't always an advantage off the court.
It's like the height attracts a lot of attention, but I don't know if it's a good thing, but it's like when I'm around small people, they just like try to ask me questions and see how my life is being tall and my bed, how I take a shower and stuff. That's all I face when I'm around.
And just where does a 7'1" college student fit in a classroom? Well, it depends on the day.
I usually like to sit at the side so I won't be in front of people, and sometimes I sit at the back. Sometimes I like to sit at the front too so I can have a leg room, you know.
But Solomon doesn't let the everyday challenges his height causes take the smile off his face. He left his family in Nigeria for the chance to play basketball in the U.S. Now, Solomon leans on his teammates for support.
He's just a real nice guy, you know, humble, always smiling. He's just goofy. Sometimes you down, you just have no chance, you have no choice but to laugh when he says something.
And Solomon will say just about anything for a laugh. His teammates don't pull many pranks on each other, but they do like to hear a good Solomon story.
We just sit there and like listen to Solomon just give us stories and stuff like that. You know, how he killed lions and how he, you know, just basically stuff that he do, how he's a soldier, how he go back home, he's gonna be king, but he just be joking all the time, but it's cool though.
Solomon Alabi may not be a real king, but his personality, work ethic, and height help him rule on the basketball court. I'm Sarah Tyson for Seminole Sports Magazine. Most Florida State fans wait until the fall to think about football. The real diehards, 36,000 of them, showed up April 4th to watch the 2009 spring game and get a glimpse of FSU's future on the football field. The young starting lineup was the talk of the town last season, but for Coach Jimbo Fisher, a player's age isn't everything.
Actually, we're still young as heck, but here's the thing, they've all played. So we're young in age, but we've had a little bit of experience, which helps tremendously, and you can see that carry over into spring ball.
Redshirt junior Christian Ponder is ready to take on the starting quarterback role for the second season in a row.
I feel a lot more comfortable. You know, everything has slowed down, the game has slowed down, and I know what coach expects of me, and going to spring gave me a lot more confidence in what I'm doing right now.
Ponder's settled into his position so much, he's not afraid to point out when Coach Fisher makes a mistake.
He even corrects me sometimes if I say a little part of the play wrong, and he's starting to finish my sentences when I say things and things like that. You see a lot different guy now.
Florida State's football team took to the practice field nearly a month ago, but the annual Garnet and Gold game is the first time for the fans to see their Noles in 2009. Supporters are bringing their Seminole spirit and a lot of enthusiasm for the upcoming season.
We gotta fight, fight, fight for FSU.
We gotta scalp them Seminoles.
We're gonna win this game.
So rolling down to make those goals. For FSU is on the warpath now.
Won at the battles and she's great.
We'll fight, 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 fight to victory.
I don't know the word.
Seminoles of Florida State.
F-L-O-R-I-D-A.
S-T-A-T-E.
Whoop, whoop.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State.
Woo!
The Garnet and Gold game even brought a former Seminole and first-round draft pick back to Tallahassee to watch his brother Marcus play. NFL linebacker Ernie Sims knows the importance of the spring game.
You get to show your stuff. You get to show the fans and show the coaches what you can do under the lights.
Defensive coordinator Mickey Andrews hoped to see the players on his side of the ball show their skills and work as a united front.
We're looking to see 11 people get together and play like a first-team defense with some consistency. Play a little tougher than we have all year, play a little meaner, a little smarter, and then play together, you know.
As a group, I'd say we need to be a lot more enthusiastic on the field. I mean, for the whole defense as a unit, we just need to get them up and just play with a lot of intensity.
The sophomore linebacker did just that. Bradham energized the defense with a 45-yard fumble return for a touchdown to help take the Gold team to a 39-27 win. Ponder admitted the spring game brings out some friendly competition between the offense and defense.
A lot of times, I think offense carries a chip on the shoulder because Florida State's looked at as a defensive team, but it's still our team, and we still got to play together as a team. I mean, sometimes it gets heated because it's intense. It's an intense game.
With the added experience of spring practice, players are making steps in the right direction.
I think you see it up front and our defensive ends and linemen, our defensive tackles, and you see signs of it, in the secondary.
I think the offensive line is doing a good job. And as a team, I can see it really starting to come together.
Under the watchful eye of head coach Bobby Bowden and his coaching staff, the Seminoles hope to have old and new stars shining when September rolls around. I'm Sarah Tyson for Seminole Sports Magazine.